I probably could draw on one experience, which is the death of my son. Our son was 20 years old, he was a helicopter pilot, and he just had the helicopter serviced in a little town called Windora, which is to the east of Birdsville, and he was flying to one of our properties to muster the next day, and it was on Anzac Day in 1996, and an event occurred. Anyway, he didn't call in on that night, so during the night one of my dear girlfriends was here, and we were listening on the radio, and there's a air search and rescue in Australia, and they were on the phone to us, and we were starting to think, well, what do we do the next morning? Cut a long story short, we were part of the search area, and we actually located the wreck, which was a helicopter wreck. So after that we flew to another property because there was a search and rescue helicopter. We circled until the search and rescue helicopter arrived and told us those words, "The pilot's deceased." I made all the phone calls I had to make to everyone. We had the two youngest ones were in Birdsville, so they had to be looked after. There was a wedding happening in Birdsville that day, so I had to tell them, look, go ahead with the wedding because there's no point in, the world doesn't stop. And we had this group of people that were just around, and then that evening they brought Dion in to Birdsville, and he then had to, they took him to Mount Isa. And I was like a mother saying, you know, when a baby's born you put a tag on the baby. I said, well, make sure you bring him back. We just had this amazing week in town, as sad as it was. When I think back what the town did to make that whole experience be one that you just couldn't replicate in the city even if you tried. We had all the children that were at boarding school all came back. The priest from Quilpie flew out on the Monday. We'd chosen a spot for Dion up at the cemetery. You just don't get that anywhere else.